6/36 in November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and it's a time to heighten awareness about the disease and show support to those affected by it.
Our Brianna Dahlquist is joining us live in studio with more on how one family has learned to take it one day at a time and raise awareness for others struggling with the disease. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning. Now, many of you know the Cleveland native Ramona Holloway from her hilarious TikToks about her mom, Reacie, and her aunties. But what many people don't know is that those funny moments are just a part of her journey through caring for someone with Alzheimer's. Now, her and all of her family are hoping to raise awareness on a disease that many people know little about.
Three sisters from Oberlin, Ohio captured the hearts of millions when their discussion about potato salad went viral on social media. On Twitter, users from all over the world said that it was evident shrimp definitely did not belong in the potato salad. But what most people don't know about Reacie, Louise, and Linell was that all three were battling Alzheimer's.
We knew that things were starting, but we weren't ready to take hold and deal with it. So it's a process that, first off, mentally you have to accept, and then you have to take charge.
Alzheimer's is a chronic neurodegenerative disease that destroys brain cells, which causes memory loss and the inability to make decisions. Currently, there are more than 6 million Americans living with it. More than likely, someone you know has it or has someone who's battling the disease. Right now, over 83% of all help provided to Alzheimer's and dementia patients are family members, and they know all too well that it can take a physical, mental, and even a financial toll on the entire family. Rose says it's important to put things into perspective.
You have to remember that they're not at their best, and you can't take everything that they say or their actions to heart. Your main goal is to remember that you're trying to keep them safe and be there for them.
Debbie Walker, Linell's daughter-in-law, says that instead of focusing on the disease, she wanted to remember them at their best.
All of the sisters actually are really spirited people, strong-willed, you know, all that kind of thing, but also very giving. All love to dance. So a lot of the family parties, I always remember them out doing like line dances. I was like, what is that when they're doing now? It's like always something new coming up.
When they were all together, Walker would remind Auntie Reacie of who she was to her. She says that showing her pictures and telling stories helped them to overcome the trials and tribulations of this disease.
For Aunt Louise, what we wrote to her for her birthday was about her generosity when our kids were growing up. Our kids are 10 years apart. So when our son was in middle school, like most middle school kids, he liked everything that was like super expensive. My husband and I were both working minimum wage jobs at the time. We couldn't afford that. But Aunt Louise, once or twice a year, would take him shopping and would get some of these things that, you know, we couldn't afford to get him at the time.
Mary Ertl, the program director of the Cleveland Support Chapter, says they're here to help if you or someone you know is going through a tough time caring for a loved one.
We offer a 24/7 helpline. So anytime people have questions or concerns or just want to talk with someone that understands the disease, they can always give us a call. We never close. We also have a program that's called Care Consultation. That's one-on-one support for the caregiver to talk through their specific situation with a licensed social worker.
I'm Brianna Dahlquist, 3 News.
Tuesday, November 29th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You and your family can enjoy a 10-minute family portrait session, box lunch, and dementia-free group activities. And the best part about this, guys, is that this is absolutely free. Now, if you or your family needs more information, it's already on our website at wkyc.com. But what a blessing to have, you know, a whole group, an entire support group when you're battling something like this.
I know.
I wish I had this when my Grammy and I and my family were going through this before she passed away. But a free portrait session?
Right,
I mean,
know.
a blessing.
Those
What a blessing.
photos are going to be so precious. But you're raising, just more awareness. And I think it's important for a lot of families to be familiar with the signs of what is Alzheimer's and what is just natural age-related memory loss. And so, if you are going through this, it's a good reminder to really take a look at those medical tips about what should be a red flag and when you should call the doctor. So, Brianna, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brianna.